Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Listen, thank you so much for the support on the podcast. Honestly, it's been overwhelming. So please, if you are enjoying the content, please don't hesitate to subscribe. Follow us on TikTok. We're on Instagram. We're dropping heat every single week. Every single Saturday is a new video. And for today's video, I have someone that I have a lot of respect for. You know, when I started this podcast, I thought I'm just going to do rugby. But, I thought I'll just make an exception for this lady because she is an absolute warrior. Guys, today with me, I have Bianca Rees-Gibbs.
And a great strike at goal. Bianca Rees-Gibbs, what a great. They use the back end of the stick. I'm not sure. That's brilliant. Just keep the weights and it's locked into the back of the net. Great now, turn of pace. Can she go? Oh, one step further. She's still going with it. And again. Now she has to finish. Can she finish? Oh, what a strike, Rees-Gibbs! What a piece of individual brilliance by her. That's got to be the goal of the tournament. Wow. A bit of individual excellence. She picked it on the siren. 1-1. Gee, Rossi, what a finish that was. Absolutely nothing Talia could have done there.
Let me ask you something. Which is more daunting? Having to go for matric farewell or, having to play a hockey game?
Definitely the matric farewell. It's a bit out of my comfort zone. I'm used to the field and movement with a matric farewell.
Comfort zone, yeah.
It's definitely different.
So just tell me a little bit about yourself. So you are in matric right now, obviously. So where are you from?
So originally I'm from the East Rand.
East Rand, wait. Oh, yeah, you're Joburg.
But like the outskirts. Actually, we came here when I was very young. So basically blue.
Okay, so what year was that you guys came over?
I was probably 4 years old, so like 2011.
Okay, so actually what you're saying is you've only known Bloemfontein?
Yeah, mostly, yeah.
Okay, so you've been living here since you were 4 years old. So have you just been in Eunice High School?
No, so obviously everyone has their pre-primaries, but I was in Oranje for a year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not
the enemy. Okay.
And then from grade 1 or so, then it was Eunice.
So what made you make the switch? Or was it your parents mostly?
No, so there's this one teacher, Mr. Murray. He's quite close with our family, and things weren't the way we wanted it to be at Oranje. It just wasn't for me. And then he was the one that came to us, and he was like, Eunice is such a great school, you should come try it. And then obviously he helped with the whole process, and that's how I ended up here.
Okay. And have you enjoyed your time at Eunice?
Definitely.
Because I know one thing about Eunice, obviously it's excellent in terms of sports, but the academic pressure, how have you been dealing with that?
It's definitely tough, but there's such a nice support system. All the teachers want to help you. They're always willing to offer you extra classes. So, especially with me, I'm gone a lot on tours, so I miss a lot of time. But luckily, there's always someone that's willing to help, which is really nice. So even though there's the academic pressure, you also have the side where they want you to succeed. So
So they go out of their way, sort of thing. Okay. No, I actually agree with that because the best teacher at my school, where I matriculated, was a woman called Mrs. Soldo, and she actually used to teach at Eunice. So there's a different sort of mentality. So I hear exactly what you're saying. So from primary school, you've always just been playing hockey.
Yeah, I played squash for quite a long time.
Okay, how was the squash?
It was amazing. I represented South Africa.
Oh.
At
okay.
17 level.
Oh my goodness.
So, but unfortunately I stopped after everything that happened last year.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I loved squash for a very long time, and then the hockey was always a big part of it.
Okay, so at some point you were playing hockey and squash. Okay, cool. But which one did you prefer playing?
The way I explain it to people is hockey's always been a part of me, like was my first love. But then squash was always like my emotional like escape, if I can put it like that. So squash is where I went and I could just enjoy it and just always have fun. Where hockey, it's like I wanted to succeed. So they had their different aspects. So I couldn't really.
So where were you ranked in South Africa?
It depends on the age group.
So let's say under 17.
Under 17, I was probably the fourth. Yeah.
Okay.
There's like
Proper.
at some point I was first, but obviously things change, and with me having two sports, it was a bit tough to compete with others who only focused on the sport.
Yeah. Okay, so then you just spoke about how you had to stop squash because of something that happened last year. What happened last year?
So in October, I was on the field, and then
The
mini Astra actually, so the mini imagery was. And then I suffered a stroke. Which we didn't know at the time it was actually happening, because obviously I was at peak athletic ability. So, then I suffered a stroke, and then a little bit later we found out it was because I had a hole in my heart.
Okay, so wait, how did you find out that you had a stroke? Like,
So at first it started off with my speech. Like I was trying to talk to the person next to me.
okay, so this was happening on the mini Astro. Okay.
Oh, it was during practice. So I was trying to speak to the person next to me, and my words weren't making sense. But I thought it was like in my head, because it was weird.
So, but could you hear that your words weren't making sense? Okay, yeah.
It just sounded like I was misinterpreting myself, and because I was thinking properly, but I couldn't experiment myself. And then when I went on, because it was my turn to play, then I couldn't grab my stick with my right arm. And then, because it was like, mum, and then I ran off the field. And luckily, Mia, who had on, Ortel, she was there, and then she noticed something was wrong. And from there, the coaches called my parents. We rushed to the hospital.
Did you feel scared in that moment?
To be honest, I think it was a lot going on.
Yeah.
Because I had practice. I had squash practice later that day, and still more hockey. So I was actually thinking more about the future than what I was actually thinking about that current moment.
So I see.
But it was scary, especially because right when it happened, I didn't know what was going on. But then obviously you start putting two and two together. Then it was like, is this actually happening to me? I think it was more shock and disbelief. Yeah.
Okay, so then you go to the hospital, and then what happens? What's the process there?
So I was sent. Well, we went to the ER. And then normally they must have the tiers of who is urgent and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
So I went in for testing, and they're like, no, we need to get you in immediately. So then I went for a MRI, where they checked my brain, and then I was probably lying there for 10 minutes, and then 5 minutes later I was sitting in the hospital bed, and the doctor was like, unfortunately he did have a stroke.
But how do they, I'm trying to think of the way to say this, how do they fix it, if that makes sense?
So mine was due to a blood clot. So then they put me on blood thinners basically, which then circulated and then got rid of the blood clots.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, no, that's insane. Because the thing is, I see people online who have strokes, and it's almost as though it's completely life-changing. So after you've had your stroke and now you've been to the hospital, what's the immediate feeling? How's your body feeling? How are you feeling in terms of your cognitive ability? And
so in the beginning it was a bit tough. I was very tired always, and I developed a big stutter from it. But as time progressed, obviously I went to occupational therapy and stuff like that. So I had a lot of assistance with that. coming back to school, it was my matric year, so that was also tough.
So how long were you out of school?
So I missed the entire rest of the 4th term in my grade 11 year, so I didn't write exams. So I came back this year, 1st term.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was out for about October and then December, and then Jan. So 4 months.
Oh my goodness. Okay, sorry, but as you were saying before I interrupted you.
So yeah, in the beginning it was tough.
Yeah.
But obviously, as things progressed, obviously you get used to certain things and you start learning what you can't do and what you can do. So then I started learning and know about that. Eventually, I found my way around things.
Was any part of it sort of frustrating for you? Because obviously your body is not doing what it was capable of. Was any of it frustrating for you?
So the main thing that was frustrating for me was when it came to the tiredness. Because I was quite busy. Like, I'm always busy. So it was like now small tasks became very hard to complete. Because I just wanted to like sleep always. But it was that, and then also I kind of like being my best self. So I like a starter, and obviously my fitness levels weren't where they were. So like just small stuff that I didn't really have control over frustrated me.
Can imagine. So then what was the process in terms of getting back to what you know that you're capable of?
So I definitely was rusty. Being out for 4 months, it does.
Yeah, no, that's quite a bit of
It's
time.
take a bit of a toll, a major injury. So it was tough at first. I must say, like, I was struggling, but luckily I had my coach. And she was very understanding of the whole situation. So she definitely put in a little bit more at times to help me. But luckily for me, my hockey brain, if I can put it like that, I went away. So I thought it's like the strategic part of it. It was just the physical.
You just need to get your body in line. I check.
So it took me a while, but towards like the end of the year, it was a lot better. Like I could start feeling like myself. Like I could feel like my old self.
So it must have been a lot of hard work on your side. So in terms of that, what was your motivation? What is your motivator to, work hard and get back to the Bianca that you know?
I think a big part was defying the odds.
Okay.
And then like challenging myself and having like my faith as well alongside with me. It was just believing that if I trust the process, like if I keep trusting myself and I keep trusting in the Lord, that everything will find its way, especially how it's meant to be. Like I don't have full control over everything, and that's something I had to learn. So it was just believing that things will be the way they should be.
That's incredibly powerful. So now you're playing hockey this year. Is it this year that you played South Africa?
So this year I made under 18 SA, but last year I had under 21.
Oh my goodness.
17.
Wait, so last year in your grade 11 year, you're playing SA under 20? And this yes, the school produces unbelievable talent. How was that? Well, SA under 20. Is it 20 or 21? Okay, SA under 21. What was that like? Obviously being around people that are a lot older than you.
It was an amazing experience. Like I love every moment of it. I love a good challenge. So it was like nice to be able to push myself to the next level, because obviously the hockey you play at that level is very different to the first team level hockey you play. So it was amazing to just see different strategy. You'll see like all the different people, how they actually play and how different it was. So I loved it personally. Even with the pressure, it was such a privilege.
Did you ever feel out of your depth?
I must say at first, it's a bit weird because you're now like with everyone using varsity basically. and they all know each other. Where you kind of like younger, so you don't fully know everyone. So it was more the social aspect where I felt out of my depth, but on the field, I felt like an equal, definitely. Like, everyone made me feel like an equal too, which is what I also loved. Like, everyone was there, and everyone wanted everyone to succeed, because as a team, that's all succeed.
But what's the skill level at under 21, or like in terms of the people that you're playing with? Like, it must have been quality talents there.
No, definitely. So it's a bit different, because there the skill is like being able to read a game and play the game at the
Oh, okay.
where I feel like sometimes in high school, people are a lot more individual, but there it was very team based.
Okay.
So that was a bit of like a change, because obviously in high school you're used to running by yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to like pass, you have to find the next person, and you have to lead off. So it was more of like that team based skill.
Yeah.
That was very different.
So it's a lot more tactical emphasis. Okay, so then which one do you prefer? Do you prefer playing, obviously, Eunice first 11, or playing, SA under 18 or SA under 21?
I love Eunice. I love it. You get chance to express yourself a lot.
Yeah.
But I must say, for me personally, I quite enjoy it. That next level at under 21.
So that, would you say the under 21 was more fun? That's what I'm saying.
Fun-wise, definitely for me, because I enjoy when you play good hockey. Like, I enjoy like a good brand of your sports. Like, so for me, I enjoyed that. But it's a bit difficult, because Eunice is my family, so then it's fun with your family.
So obviously you say you have more of a connection with your Eunice sisters, as opposed to, playing SAs. So how long have you been playing? I'm sorry, how many caps do you have for the first side?
192, I think.
So how long have you been playing, like, for the first side?
Since grade 9.
190 what, sorry?
95.
95.
Where is it?
And your season's done?
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Just missed it. How many flipping games do you guys play? You get 195.
It's 50 plus a season.
Wow. So, okay, so I know you guys play at St. Mary's. So, like, where the flip are these games coming from? Oh, my goodness. Then there's league. Do you only play each other once in the league?
Well, besides, like, semis and finals, yes. It's only once.
Okay, so, like, what other competitions are you all,
So, we have St. Mary's, then we have top 12 as well.
Okay.
And then we have smaller tournaments like Greek Baleen and Voortrekker, which are more pre-season tournaments. And then it's league, obviously. And then St. Anne's Cup. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. No, that's incredibly. So, what's your favorite part of playing for the first side actually this year?
St. Mary's. Like going to all tours.
You love the tours, yeah.
But I love St. Mary's. Like, it's just next level. Like, the type of hockey that's being played is like it's 25 minutes one way. So it's quick paced. But like that tournament is always such a highlight of the year. Like, just the way it's run, the energy that surrounds it. Like, you always have a packed audience. So yeah, I think that's the
So what's the Bloemfontein League like?
So obviously you have Oranje.
Yeah. So as Oranje, that's it. What about JF and Central and those guys? Did you beat all of them this year?
Yeah.
All those other.
The only game we lost was against Oranje in the final.
Oh no.
Yeah, which is quite unfortunate.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, but I mean, I must say, like, schools like JF and Central and Pichard, they're coming up. Like, they're getting better now. Like, they weren't necessarily always that good, but you can see that they're putting in work.
Yeah, they're putting in the work. Okay, what was your score against them?
So we had a 14-0 and we had a 12-0. And then I think we also had like a 10. But it's the first time in the league that they don't stop at 7. Because normally it was like once a team reaches 7, they stop again.
Yeah.
But this year they let it play on. So
Listen, I'm going to ask you this because I'm a youth leader and I have some St. Michael's goals in my home cell. So what was your score against St. Michael's?
I can't remember, but it was just like
Because it was too high. That's probably
it might have been a 10 or a 9.
Okay.
It was definitely a husk. Yeah.
So obviously then Oranje is like a fierce competitor. Obviously traditionally I think in Bloemfontein it's Oranje and Eunice. But I don't know a lot about hockey. You have to forgive me. So who has had the better of that rivalry?
Probably Oranje.
Okay.
Before like Mornay left, they kind of like dominated. And before Nika, like our coach,
Yeah.
before she came to Eunice, we tended to like struggle a bit against them. But I feel like she kind of like changed the way Eunice first of hockey runs.
Yeah.
So I feel like we started competing a lot more with them. So in my 4 years, I'd say it was more or less even. The first year it was them. The second year it was us. Last year it was them and us. We were like kind of like even. And then this year, even though we lost to them at league, we ended up above them overall.
In the rankings. So where are you guys in the rankings?
We're, well, technically 4th, but at top 12 we came 6th. So,
6th?
yeah.
Yes, hectic. So now, obviously, okay, with me not being very educated on hockey, I remember that 2023 side, were you part of it? With Tahira, and I think that was a very special side. Would you say that was your favorite? Was that your favorite year to be a part of the first team?
Definitely, like, as a team, it was probably my favorite year because that year I had like Solange and Lily and them, which were like,
Yeah.
they're basically like family to me. So, like, it was really nice having them, and that team became family because it was our second year playing together. So, it was just amazing. Like, and even the way we connected on the field, you could see everyone knew everyone knew the way that everyone else played. So it was amazing. And then I must say last year was also a very fun year for me personally. Like, as an individual, it was one of my best years.
Yeah. So that's the year that you guys won the league, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, now I'm just making sure. So what do you think makes Oranje such a difficult side to go up against?
I think for us, it's a bit of a mental game.
Okay, yeah. Oh, that they'll always play into, yeah.
Yeah, like, but they do have very good players. Like, they're very physical and like strong on the ball. So I feel like that makes it a bit tough for us. But mainly a mental game.
So, okay, now obviously you said to me that Oranje's, oh wait, no, you actually haven't. So let me confirm. Would you say that in the whole of South Africa, because you guys face a lot of quality sides, would you say that they are the toughest team to play?
No, I actually don't think so.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, like, over my years, it's been, for me, like, this, probably the toughest team was Renish.
Okay.
They've been, like, they just play such a good brand of hockey. And, like, they just pass so well. So they already play, like, an under-21 level puck.
Wow. Okay.
Where it feels like it's just, you have to kind of keep up with them. So I'd say, personally, Renish is probably the best team.
So in terms of an individual, is there like an individual player that, you know, you played against and you were like, wow, oh my goodness?
Well, in my first 2 years, we had Anay, who played for Oranje. And, like, as a junior, she was quite, like, scary to play against. Like, she just was so fast and so, like, good that you didn't know how to go about it.
Yeah.
And then over the past few years, I had a lot of, like, of my peers, like, that were also quite good. Like Leah, she's from Renish. And then, like, Abigail Holden she's from DSG. So, you know, you have a variation throughout the years. I mean, even last year, he had, like, Ria Pui. She was also really good. Yeah, quite a variation.
Yes. How the flip do you balance now having to go on tour and now you're playing S under 18 with academics? How do you actually balance that?
It's quite tough. I'm not gonna lie to you. Say I took my books on tour and did work, because whenever I did, there was no work that got done.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of catching up. So it's taking your own time. When you have free time, you kind of have to focus on your academics.
Yeah.
It's like the only time you actually get to.
Yeah.
So it was tough to find a back. I must say it changes a lot varying the grades.
Yeah.
Like in the beginning it was quite easy. But as like grade 11 came and when she came, it was a bit harder. So it was definitely just putting in my only time.
Yeah. Because are you planning to go to university?
Yeah, I am.
Where are you planning to go?
So at the moment, the main plan is to go to America.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to go to Wake Forest, University, which is in North Carolina.
Okay. Interesting. Do they have a hockey program?
Yes,
That's
but-
right. Okay.
Impact. So like I got scouted last year.
Oh, wow.
So I've been talking to them since. So hopefully that works out. Yeah.
Okay. So do you want to play professional? I know a lot of people don't really want to go down that route. But do you want to eventually, play professional?
I would love to. Like, hockey's such a big part of my life that I would love to do it until I physically can't anymore. So professional is definitely in the vision and it's a part of my dreams. So yeah, I want to, but it's a slow process. You gotta trust the job.
Okay. And then on a separate note, I actually forgot to ask this. So obviously you are playing at a very high level. So throughout the year, what does the day, or during the season, what does a day in your life look like?
Okay, so this year it will be school, obviously, and of course, news house, fitness right after school for 45 minutes or so, and then right after fitness you have your actual training for an hour.
Yeah.
And then, so obviously in the beginning I had biokineticus as well, so then I'd have to wait to the bio and stuff like that. So yeah, that's more or less how day looks.
Okay, now I'm gonna ask you to do something, and I ask it to all my guests, especially the alumni and Ryan and those guys. But I think I'm gonna make you a bit uncomfortable. In the Eunice first team, okay, and it doesn't have to be in order. I want you to give me your top 5 players that you have played with.
Okay, not in order.
It doesn't have to be in order.
Okay, so we have Lily Ann. She was a goalkeeper.
Okay.
Yeah. So then we have Tyra.
Yeah, of course.
And
Baller.
we have Tristan Barnard. And then Solange Jagos. Then there's... See? It's a bit tough. So
No, I can imagine.
this year there's quite a few. Can I just name 3?
Yeah, sure.
All
Why
names
not?
precious. So then we have Georgia, Kale, and Claire. They made nationals with me this year.
Okay. Wait, so how many national players did you have in your team?
This year before,
Wow.
yeah. So we had 1 under 17 player, which is Claire, 2 under 18 U, which is Georgia and Kale, and then
If you don't mind me asking, how many nationals does Oranje have?
this year
Yeah.
1.
Okay, now I think the obvious question is how do you not win the league there? Yes, the mental thing. Oh my goodness, that the mental thing is hectic.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So okay, so out of those players that you've just mentioned, who do you reckon is the best?
Yeah. So it's between 2.
Okay.
But they play very different positions, so it's kind of hard to choose one.
Yeah.
So for me, Tyra as an outfield player, and then Lily as the goalkeeper.
Yo, Lily, I've never... Was she that good?
No, she was amazing. Like,
Good.
she was out of this world.
What class was she?
She was in like 2023 team.
Okay.
Yeah, so she was like,
She must have saved you quite a...
yeah, in my opinion, like without her, I don't think we would have won that year.
Okay, fair enough. And then my last question for you is, once all is said and done, and you've left Eunice, when somebody says the name Bianca Rees-Gibbs, how would you like them to remember you?
I think for me, I want to be remembered as like someone who put in my all and someone who was always there for my team.
Yeah.
So like, I want to be remembered as like that person you could always rely on. And like, obviously for me, it was like always a big thing to get my name on all the boards, like sporting boards.
And you did?
Yeah, so luckily for me, even when I'm out, my name's in the squash call, like in the squash board thing.
Wow.
Yeah, for like 3 years, and then my name's also in the UBC dugout for 2 years. So I just want to be remembered as like one of those players that someone could always rely on and someone could always like use wherever they need it.
Yeah. I love that answer. But listen, Bianca, I think we're gonna call it a day. Listen, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it.